The history of the United States is a rich and complex tapestry that spans centuries, shaped by a myriad of events, individuals, and ideologies. From its indigenous peoples and early European colonization to the struggles for independence, westward expansion, the Civil War, and the challenges of the 20th and 21st centuries, the United States has undergone profound transformations that have left an indelible mark on the world. The story begins long before the arrival of European settlers, with Native American civilizations thriving across the vast expanse of North America. Diverse cultures, languages, and ways of life characterize these indigenous societies. However, the encounter with European explorers in the late 15th century marked the beginning of significant changes. Christopher Columbus, sponsored by Spain, reached the Americas in 1492, initiating a wave of exploration and colonization by European powers. The early 17th century witnessed the establishment of the first permanent English colonies along the Atlantic coast. Jamestown, founded in 1607 in present-day Virginia, and the Pilgrims' landing at Plymouth in 1620 laid the foundation for future European settlements. Over time, these colonies grew and diversified, each developing its own distinct character and economy. The New England colonies thrived on trade, the Middle colonies on agriculture, and the Southern colonies on cash crops like tobacco and later cotton. Tensions between the American colonies and British rule intensified in the 18th century. Disputes over taxation without representation and other grievances fueled a desire for independence. The American Revolution erupted in 1775, and in 1776, the Continental Congress adopted the Declaration of Independence, penned by Thomas Jefferson. The Revolutionary War lasted until 1783, culminating in the Treaty of Paris, which recognized the United States as a sovereign nation. The years that followed saw the drafting of the U.S. Constitution in 1787, establishing a federal system of government. The first president, George Washington, assumed office in 1789, setting important precedents for the new republic. The 19th century brought both challenges and opportunities, including westward expansion, the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, and the Lewis and Clark expedition to explore the newly acquired territory. However, the issue of slavery cast a dark shadow over the nation's development. The Missouri Compromise of 1820, the Wilmot Proviso, and the Compromise of 1850 attempted to address the sectional divide between slave and free states. The tension finally erupted into the Civil War in 1861, a conflict that tested the nation's commitment to its founding principles. The Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 declared the end of slavery in Confederate-held territories, and the war concluded in 1865 with the Union's victory. The post-Civil War era, known as Reconstruction, aimed to rebuild the South and integrate formerly enslaved individuals into American society. However, this period was marked by ongoing racial tensions, the rise of Jim Crow laws, and the struggle for civil rights that persisted well into the 20th century. The United States entered the 20th century as a burgeoning industrial power, experiencing economic growth and technological advancements. World War I in 1917 and the subsequent Roaring Twenties were followed by the Great Depression in the 1930s, a period of economic hardship that set the stage for Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. World War II in the 1940s saw the United States emerge as a global superpower, and the post-war period was characterized by the Cold War rivalry with the Soviet Union. The civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s sought to dismantle racial segregation and discrimination, leading to landmark legislation such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. The latter half of the 20th century witnessed significant social and cultural changes, including the counterculture movement, the feminist movement, and the Vietnam War. The turn of the millennium brought new challenges. from the 9/11 terrorist attacks to economic recessions and the ongoing debates over issues like healthcare, immigration, and climate change. The history of the United States is a dynamic narrative, shaped by the triumphs and tribulations of its people. From the quest for independence to the pursuit of civil rights, the nation has continually grappled with the complexities of its identity and the ideals upon which it was founded. As the United States continues to navigate the 21st century, its history serves as a guide, a source of inspiration, and a reminder of the ongoing quest for a more perfect union.